focus on the lesson. Live in the here, but I still get a spread. Started with a live, but I still reinvest it. Fear how I feel, then you feel it's a blessing. I just want the lesson, I just want protection. I'm up and I'm down, but the sound like progression. Farmer never plans if he waits for perfection. Finger to the down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. You are about to embark on the craziest week of earnings, and not because the S&P looks like this. So, we had a crazy close on Friday. That's one thing we are going to address, but this is going to be the biggest earnings season of the whole earnings season. You got Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, Meta, Visa, Chevron, Exxon. I could go down the list, and honestly, I have the whole entire list for you. We're going to go over there. We're going to get to the screen here in a little bit, but I have every single earnings, the ones that I want to be playing, and I'm going to highlight a couple that I think can move big, and then I have two things that we need to be watching this week, and really two things that you need to be doing. So we got a lot that's going on. Again, the market at very, very key levels. We got an exciting but straightforward week, and there is going to be a lot of movement. So drop your thumbs up on the video. Make sure you subscribe. We'll see you on stream, youtube.com/the stock market and the random account generator, baby. So what we ask on this watch list, you post a random option trade. Keep it below $100, preferably with time. But we're going to do a random comment picker tomorrow. We're going to select one. And if you do good, I'm going to pay you. And listen, I'm keeping track. So last week was Ethan. That one was weird, but it's break even. But Jay Berg, the week before, that play's going up. So if we sell out of that this week, I'm going to owe you 100, bro. I'm going to owe you 100. God bless you. God bless you. So post them below. But as far as this week, let's talk about it. What do we have? I'm going to go over the earnings list. Clearly, that is going to be the most important thing. But now those two things, one, you got to watch the bonds and the Fed expectations. This is what was upsetting us on Friday. So here's the Fed futures. They actually went down another notch, meaning the market from Thursday and Friday last week, if you saw TLT or even the UVXY, all of a sudden things started breaking. And if you look at the Fed futures, what started happening, the odds of 3 rate hikes, a triple rate hike, that started to increase. And now the odds of the rates, or where the rates are going to be at, that is starting to move, and people are getting a little worried ahead of the Fed, which is going to be next week. So that's the first thing to watch. The second thing, this one isn't what to watch, but more so what you got to be doing. You're going to see when we get to the plays. Watch out for all of the earnings, and you need to make a pre or post earnings play. Find and identify the company today, right here, right now. So then that way, as it comes up this week, there is going to be so many plays. You got to figure out which one you want to do. Do you want to go for the post earnings play? Maybe try it out with the little, maybe paper trade, who knows? And then know the post earnings and go from there. But very simple, very easy game plan this week, because there is going to be a lot of those plays. But besides that, as far as the rest of the week, the only other thing that we're going to be getting is economic data. You're getting a lot of real estate data all throughout the week, and that will be important. Remember, last week we saw some activity, and why is real estate data so important? Because the bonds and interest rates have gone crazy. Real estate is interest rate sensitive, so people are using that as somewhat of an economic gauge, but watch out for that. You're going to get durable goods orders, and then mortgage applications, and then Thursday, Friday, GDP, and then the PCE. You're going to get the PCE quarter over quarter, the core PCE, and then the PCE deflator. But remember, that is the inflation metric the Fed is going to be looking at. So depending on how it plays out, it will probably affect the market. But chances are, with the companies we got, this earnings season is going to be key. So before I get into the earnings list and we jump into the plays, I just want you to understand where this earnings goes. If the companies report good or bad, this is probably going to set forward the narrative. And one thing to keep in mind, we are going to get the oil companies at the beginning of the week. You got Valero, end of the week. You're going to get a bunch of other ones, but now tie that into the whole commodity situation. That's going to be key to watch. But now the market's at the key support levels from February and March. Pretty much any low we've hit throughout the year, that's right back to the level we were at. Again, these last 2 days have been crazy. So depending on what we get from big tech, we're going to have to watch out for it. I'm going to tell you now, Facebook is one one of my favorites, and whatever they do, that one's gonna be key. So let's jump into the earnings plays, but hopefully you're getting the vibe. It's gonna be all about earnings. We'll see how economic data factors in, but now where the market is at in this volatility, we are going to get a bunch of moves. So it's gonna be reacting to pretty much, one is going to feed the next. Where's the market at? What do the earnings do? And then what other industries does that play out? And we're gonna get more moves or pretty much a furthering to this story this week, hopefully. So, as far as the earnings, Monday, Activision and Coca-Cola. I think Coca-Cola will be important. We got to watch out for any of the value plays, so watch out for that. Tuesday's pre-market, UPS. I have this one bold right here, and the reason is all of the travel stocks, that has been crazy. Again, IYT and all of that, watch out. And then Pepsi, again, whatever Coca-Cola does tomorrow, pretty much you're going to get a sympathy through Pepsi. So keep that in mind for any of these industries. That's why this week is so important, because if any of these companies report and it could give you insight to another company that is reporting down the line, you will see an effect. Again, this isn't a common earning strategy that we have played, so keep that in mind. But you're getting Pepsi, GE, 3M, Waste Management, DHI. They're a home builder. I wanted to bold them, but we'll see. Again, if any new trends or new news from an industry emerges, that will be key and that will be a surpriser. So if I'm naming any of these, again, if you have any contribution, post it below. But essentially, if you think there's going to be an industry that's going to surprise or there will be new information added through earnings, those are going to be the ones that are going to move big. So keep that in mind. RTX, we have that again Tuesday. This one's all pre-market, but they're defensive. Watch out for them. VLO, that's the first of the energy companies. JetBlue, you've been watching the airlines already. They've all been doing good, so watch out for that. Then you got Arch Coal. Again, all of the coal plays, they've been crazy, so keep your eye out for them. PII, that's, what's it called? The doom buggies and stuff, or the Polaris, them, Sherwin-Williams, UBS, again, banks, and some more broader, consumer. I don't know if Sherwin-Williams, I think paint is a consumer staple. Well, watch out for them. And then after hours, Microsoft and Google, again, I think both of these will be good to play. Remember, the Google stock split is coming up, so maybe they'll be good. They were a leader last time, but again, Tuesday after hours, them and Microsoft, then Visa. That's another one bold. You're also going to be getting GM and Chipotle, Enphase Energy, TXN, kind of early for the chip makers, but they're going to be one of the first ones. Excuse me, I burped. QuantumScape, then COF, that's financial. So we've kind of seen how all of the other ones have reported, so we'll see where that goes. SHX, FFIV, HA, Hawaiian Airlines, Navi, Juniper, CB. Again, these ones I don't really have bolded. The bold ones I really think are going to either be important or could move a lot. Wednesday pre-market, you're going to get Boeing, Spotify, T-Mobile, Hog, CVE, that's an energy play, and we have earnings. KHC, this has been a value one, and they've been kind of coming to life. And even on Friday, you saw Kimberly-Clark, different industry, but kind of more of these value plays, pay a dividend and kind of recovering. Those ones are going to be interesting. So watch out for KHC, STX, related to the chip makers. I know they're hard drive, but watch out for them. Humana, Boston Scientific, HES, GD, the CME, HELE, BG. These are both material plays. And then NSC. And then after hours, this is on Wednesday. Facebook, Ford, PayPal, Qualcomm, Pins. I think all of these are going to be big ones. I really like Facebook. Again, we talked about it last week. I think straddles both ways are going to be key. Then you got Teladoc. So that one, a lot of movement, and it's kind of there at the bottom. That one could be an interesting one. Amgen, Service Now. I have this one bolded just because it moves a lot. Upwork, that one as well. I was thinking about it. Align, this one has moved a lot too. Hertz, Mattel, LVS, just because the travel stocks, I think they're going to be key. So want to see how that one performs. But LVS, LC, O'Reilly, DFS, another financial, Cake, United Rentals. This one, I wanted to bold it, but keep your eye out for them. AWK, Save, another airline, and then Form Factor, and then Thursday morning, Twitter. And Twitter also had news here, and this is related to the Elon bid. They said they're re-examining the bid, so I think this one may even kind of set off its own thing for the rest of the week. Again, we saw what happened last week or 2 weeks ago, so watch out. But they report on Thursday morning. Nokia, MasterCard. I made another pre-earnings play on this one, so I grabbed this one on Friday. Remember, we flipped out one of them already for 100%. They came down. I went with the May 390 call. I spent $340 for it, so a little decent of amount. But again, the idea is play the run up, and then after Visa's earnings, we'll have more insight. And we already had American Express, Caterpillar. We already have that pre-earnings run up play. I might sell out of it, but I think Caterpillar is going to be a good one to watch. McDonald's, again, a lot of these value plays, we're going to see where they kind of, position themselves after this earnings or the narrative that they give, but watch out for them. MRK, Overstock, Eli Lilly, Southwest Airlines, Domino's, TMO, Altria, PCG, BTU, another Coldplay, Comcast, Sanofi, Hershey's, Virtue, Financial, and then IRM, and then after hours, Amazon, Apple. Roku could be an interesting one given it's moved a lot. Robinhood and Intel. Intel usually doesn't move a lot, but we'll see kind of the narrative after the other chip makers who kind of give us some hints. United Steel, that one could be a big one, but you already saw Alcoa. Even if it's materials, if earnings isn't good, they could get clapped. So watch out for them. Team, they just had this split they're holding up. I think that one's going to be interesting. WDC, again, related to STX there. DXCM, they usually do good, but we'll see. Some of these I should have bolded. Again, we'll see towards the middle of the week. I'll give you an update throughout. First Solar, Zen, and then Friday, XOM, Abivi, CVX, BMY, Honeywell, PSX, a lot of oil value plays. They're all in the morning, and then nothing after hours, but that is the whole entire week. So why am I giving you all these? I think it's going to be important. We should have our eyes on all of these because pre and post earnings plays, I think that's going to be the kicker unless something develops, bonds go crazy, and that gives us the market for the rest of the week. So we'll see how all that plays out. As far as the other plays, I made a Kimberly-Clark play. That was a post earnings play there on Friday. Again, they held up and actually did good even though everything sold off. I did that MasterCard, and then the day before I did a Pinterest both ways. I got June puts, and then I bought a Leap for the calls. This is related there to both Snap and Facebook. We'll see what happens. Again, they're at a lower price. I thought it'd be a good gamble, and then I made a Tesla post-earnings play, and then still riding Caterpillar and a couple of the other commodity plays into all this, and that's going to be the strategy for the week. Again, just looking for pre and post earnings. That's what I'm going to keep my eye out for, and then where the market goes, how the bonds get affected, I think we're going to have a lot of activity, so I hope you're ready. But that is your watch list, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure Hydra Healthy ready to go. Make sure post your watch list. Make sure we see you there in the morning. I need the armor on. I need the helmet shining. I need you to remember, it only takes a little, baby. It can go a long way. But the code loves you. I love you. I will see you in the morning. Let's go. Oh, I'm ready, baby. It's earnings season. It's not even awkward. It's game time. I'll see you in the morning, baby. Goodbye. Have a wonderful day.